It was just that Carina and Jackson reminded me of my earlier friendship with Jackson. A connection between two people who really liked each other. A solid friendship and trust. They flirted and shared sexual banter, but it lacked the heat he had with me. He never made her feel anything less than the center of his focus when we were in bed together, but once the sex was over, it was like a switch was flipped, and he was back to friends. That switch never flipped when he was with me. He was always flirty and sexy when we interacted. A poke to my ribs stole my attention from my book. Asshole. Ticklish? Jackson asked with heavy lids. No. He poked me again, and I jerked. This time he didn't stop, and a bark of laughter escaped my lips before I gripped his foot in my hand and held it down. I love it when you're rough with me, liar. You always fight me, because I love the fight. It's why I love being with men. Huh? I thought about how aggressive we were when we came together. I do like asserting my dominance over you. He tossed his head back and laughed. That's cute. His admission to liking the challenge had my mind spinning. So you'd never be with a submissive man, someone more feminine? His lips pinched as he thought it over. Nah. I mean, never say never, but that has never drawn my attention before. I kept my eyes glued to the puzzle as I asked the next question. Are you looking for anyone to draw your attention right now? I could feel his eyes burning a hole in my skin, but I refused to look over. No, I'm not looking for a relationship. I didn't want to admit the amount of relief that gave me hearing him say that. Are you okay with our situation? I did look up then to see his reaction. We hadn't had a real talk about what all of this meant. We just went with the flow. But I wanted to be able to read his face when he answered me. Yeah, I'm really good with the current situation. A slow smile spread across his face as he burrowed his feet under my ass. What if you meet someone? I have no need to meet anyone, but it could happen. Jake, he breathed a small laugh and shook his head. I'm happy here and now, and that's enough. I swallowed hard and nodded, still holding his gaze. He dragged his teeth over his bottom lip and inhaled. What if you or Carina want to stop this? The question was low and filled with more doubt than mine. Not that I blamed him, he had a lot more to lose, and I hated that I'd put him here. I don't see that happening anytime soon. But you're getting married. You don't want to continue this forever. His tone turned dry. Especially when you make those babies your mom wants. I hated hearing the pain in his voice when he said it. I looked away, trying to hide my cringe. I didn't like to think too far ahead at that future. And I didn't like to think about why I didn't think that far ahead. I just wanted to let it all be and enjoy the moment. Thinking of not being with Jackson and not having these easy weekends of the three of us didn't strike up a feeling I wanted to dig deeper into. His whole body tensed when I moved my hand on top of his foot, loving the smooth skin that met the rough hair on his leg. I'm happy here and now, and that's enough. I repeated his words back to him. Just promise to stay my friend no matter what. I can't imagine losing that again. Always. Whew, I feel so much better now, Carina said, coming into the living room. I jerked my hand away from Jackson's foot, not sure why I didn't want her to see. I wouldn't mind if I found either of them touching so innocently, but I had to admit the touch was meant to offer an intimacy, a promise. It didn't feel innocent. Jackson looked at his watch. I guess I better get going. I need to run by my place first before heading to get Andrew. Jackson stood from the couch and put on his shoes and jacket before coming back to place a gentle kiss on Carina's lips. Red or white wine for tonight? He asked softly, holding her cheeks. White. One more kiss before he turned to me. I wasn't lucky enough for a soft kiss goodbye. No, I was luckier. He dug his hand into my hair and gripped it tight, pulling my head back to attack my lips. I sat there at his mercy and let him eat his fill, trying to take back as much as he took from my prone position on the couch. Before he pulled away, I bit his lips, smiling at his quiet, ouch. Later, I said once he released me. He just harumphed before heading out. Carina came to fill the spot Jackson had vacated, curling her bare legs under her. I went back to my puzzle, finally solving 30. Tactful. Smiling, I was glad I hadn't asked Jackson for help. Carina sat quietly on the other side of the couch, only the click of her nails coming together letting me know she was deep in thought. But in her silence, I knew there was a roar taking over her thoughts. I didn't have to wait long for her to finally speak up. "What's on your mind, beautiful?" "Nothing." I slowly turned my head, giving her a doubtful stare. I watched her work her bottom lip over with her teeth and waited her out. She'd break eventually.